Hello dear student, I am Rajwan Singh and today I will explain the chapters weather and climate. So let's start. My dear student, first of all we have to know about the weather. What is weather? Weather refers to the day-to-day condition of the atmosphere in a particular area for a short period of time with respect to elements like temperature, pressure, humidity, wind, rainfall, sunshine, cloud cover, etc. and etc. It is a dynamic and may vary from minutes to a few months. Climate Climate, on the other hand, is the sum total of the atmospheric conditions of a larger areas and over a longer period of time. It takes a long period of time. The time period varies from 30 to 40 years. It takes 30 to 40 years. Thus, it represents a more stable and generalized view of the weather conditions. All the weather records added together and averaged out represent the climate. It shows the climate. It represents the climate. The various elements such as temperature, pressure, humidity, wind velocity, precipitation, sunshine, and atmospheric phenomena like fog, frost, etc. are taken into account. All changes in weather and climate affect our life on the earth. Besides influencing man's physical trends, they also affect his food, clothing, shelter, and day to day activities. It does the effect on these things every day in the every routine. You cannot protect yourself without these things. Temperature. What is temperature? The sun provides heat and light for all the planets in our solar system, known as solar radiation. You all know very well that sun is the main source of light, temperature, and many other things. And this is renewable thing, renewable source. The Earth, which is 150 million kilometers away from the Sun, receives a tiny share of this solar radiation in the form of short waves that travel through the atmosphere and reach the Earth's surface. The amount of solar energy received by the Earth is called insolation or incoming solar radiation. It is called the insolation or incoming solar radiation. The amount of heat received is maximum near the equator and decreases near the poles. Temperature therefore measures the intensity of heat or degree of hotness on the basis of the amount of heat received. The earth has been divided into three heat zones. The earth is divided into three heat zones on the basis of temperature, on the basis of heat, on the basis of amount of heat received by the sun. First torrid zone, second temperate zone, and the third frigid zone. There are three zones. What is torrid zone? Torrid zone It is located between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. It is the location of this zone. The places located in this zone receive maximum insolation. And the second, temperate zone. It lies between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere. And the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. The places in this zone receive moderate amount of insolation as the rays of the sun are slanting. Hence, the temperature are neither too high nor too low. It maintains an average temperature. And the third, frigid zone. It lies between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole in the northern hemisphere and the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole in the southern hemisphere. The places lying in this zone are the coldest regions of the earth since they receive minimum insolation. This is because they receive minimum insolation and they receive minimum temperature of the sun. So these are the frigid zones. And the next point, measurement of temperature. How can we measure the temperature? Temperature is measured with the help of an instrument known as the thermometer. As you know very well, if you have fever, the doctor measures your temperature by the thermometer. I think you all know about thermometer. Thermometer is the instrument by which we measure the temperature. It is expressed in units of degrees on the Celsius or Fahrenheit scale. The six maximum and minimum thermometer and a thermograph are used in weather stations or meteorological observations to measure the maximum and minimum temperature reached during 24 hours of a day. To measure the maximum and minimum temperature reached during 24 hours of a day, however, the insolation received by the earth is not the same everywhere. The insolation received by the earth is not same on everywhere. These are different on the different places. A variety of factors like latitude, altitude, distance from the sea, prevailing winds, ocean currents and slope affect the temperature on the surface of the earth. And finally we can say that if we want to measure the temperature, then we have to take a thermometer, and by thermometer we will measure the temperature very well. And the next, factors that affects temperature. Factors that affect the temperature. There are several factors that affect the temperature from one place to another place. First, latitude. As the Earth's surface is curved and the sun's rays strike at varying angles, there are variations in temperature from the equator to the poles contingent on the latitude of a place, which determines the angle of the sun's rays, which determines the angles of the sun's rays and the duration of daylight. That what is the duration of daylight? Decreases. Therefore, at the equator, the rays of the sun are vertical and the duration of daylight is longer, while at the top poles, the sun's rays are slanting and the duration of daylight decreases at that point. Hence, there is a distinct decrease in the temperature from the equator to the poles. The rays that strike the equator heat a smaller surface area, and so the heat is more concentrated, and temperatures are higher at that point. The same rays have to hit a larger surface area near the higher latitudes, which decreases the temperature. And the next altitude, the atmosphere is mainly heated by the temperature prevailing on Earth's surface. The lower layers of air are denser, contain more water vapor and the dust particles, and so on. And the next, distance from the sea. It also depends this, that what is the distance from the sea. Water takes more time to absorb insolation and more time to radiate the same heat. Therefore, coastal areas enjoy a moderate and equable climate where summer heat is less intense and winter temperatures are much milder. During the day, when the land is warmer, a cool breeze blows from the sea, lowering the temperature. At night, when the sea is warmer, the cool breeze from the land blows out to the sea. In contrast, places away from the sea have an extreme or continental climate, as there is no large water body to modify the temperature. So my dear student, that's all for today. We will meet in next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.